Radio X. Johnny Vaughan.
Hello and welcome to the Johnny Vaughan 4 till 7 Thang podcast. We regularly reach as high as number 23.
In the podcast chart.
Yes, and we have been to number, some weeks, by Thursday we get to number 96.
That's right, it's so exciting.
Great.
Yeah, but if you just go to comedy, you get a real uplift.
Yeah.
Suddenly it's like
It's
number
more
4.
flattering.
All about the filters.
It's much more, it is. It really is. It's like wearing mane on your hair suddenly.
That's where you find a better class of subscriber.
I think so.
Yeah.
I think so, just in that category.
Yeah.
I'm thinking if every week, right, it's just an idea. I'm just going to see where we go. But if every week we just put a little falconry item in,
Yeah.
then we might get to the top of the falconry podcasts.
That's
Yes.
a great idea.
I'm just thinking of entering us into different categories.
Archery.
Gardening.
Yeah. Woodworking.
Actually, no, you won't get in gardening. That's big. Titch sewn that one up.
Yeah, he owns it.
We
doesn't
need to think up things that are, and then to have an item on it each week and say no, no,
Macrame.
macrame. You call it macrame. Macrame to you too. Oh, thank you very much. Macrame! You sound like you're going to fight me. When Sunday looks at you and go, macrame! I go, macrame! Origami! Yeah, we'll have an origami. Radio's only origami show.
Origami hour.
I'm just folding it in half. I'm sorry you can't see that. Now I'm doing a very difficult twist back the top corner. Okay, sorry. Secret to Long Life, we've got that. We've got If Not Kylo Ren Then. That was very good.
That
Very
was.
good.
That was very good because Big Side disapproved at first, and then it took, and he smiled. He smiled. He
Yeah,
smiled.
he was happy later.
He liked it. He liked it. He didn't mind in the end. We've got seasonal lighting, the possibilities of Valentine's Day and St Patrick's Day and Dad's Day and Mum's Day lighting, which I like a lot.
Yeah.
And we've got some fat squirrels.
Yeah. With
Big
fat buttocks.
fat squirrels.
What a podcast it's going to be. Enjoy.
Radio X. Johnny Vaughan.
Okay, secret to a long life. I promised you at the start of the show. Very quickly, 109-year-old from Leicester.
Is it yoga?
Nope.
Is
Keep
it
guessing, keep guessing.
usually you hear things like a 1 glass of red wine a day?
Come
or
on,
something,
keep
don't you?
guessing, keep guessing.
Or lots of sleep, more than 8 hours sleep a
Yeah,
night.
a lot of walking.
Come on, Sunty, you can do better than that, you lazy newswoman. Is
Track-
it a lot of
A
sleep?
lot of sleep.
Tracker bars.
Come on. No, no, it's not tracker bars. Come on, guys, play the game. We're playing a proper radio guest game.
five fruit and veg a day.
Yeah, got to be that.
Oh, you're such a dreary newswoman. Is it your 5 things? Is he laying off salt? According to new surveys,
Is it lots of love?
no. Come on, Sunta,
Kittens,
guess.
kittens. Is it kittens?
No, it's not
Definitely
kittens.
kittens.
No, he does not. He doesn't play with kittens.
Whiskey.
Now she's just wishing.
Ah, you're right. No, I'll tell you what it is.
What is it?
The secret to a long life is not to worry. That's what he says.
God, that's easy.
Well, it's very easy to say at 109 when you've had no health problems.
That's right,
That's
yeah.
very easy to say, isn't it? What's the secret to your long life? I'm never worried about health.
Or
Well,
don't.
you wouldn't, you lucky. Okay, sorry, let's move on. Oh, dear. But anyway, he's 109, eh?
Wow.
Just by not worrying. I worry a lot.
Yeah,
I do too.
I really am. I'm a worrier. Sons.
definitely.
Little Si isn't.
No.
He's just, do you know what I describe Little Si as? Do you know what he is? Cheerfully ignorant.
Radio X.
I cheered up the whole office
How?
because my glasses are filthy, these reading glasses.
Yeah.
And I realised I literally couldn't see anything when I looked at the newspaper. I knew I could read with these same glasses before I went away.
But it was like looking through.
I thought, I haven't changed that much. My eyesight can't have deteriorated, so I realised they're filthy. So I said, has anyone got any glasses cleaner? Someone got sent like a whole tube of glasses cleaner.
Wipes.
Wipes.
Yeah.
And we got those out, and the office was suddenly buzzing.
It was a party.
It was it was unbelievable.
Yeah.
Everyone just started getting their glasses out, going, oh, well, I'll have one of those. Because mine are getting a bit manga. Even the boss was like, mine have got
Yeah.
all crud round the edges.
Yeah. Steph was knocking them out.
Then, get this, yeah? Someone said, actually, I've got some stuff for screens if anyone wants it.
Oh, and then it was a party.
It was like a feed. It was like sharks round a distressed fish.
Everyone just got really into cleaning.
Yeah, everyone was, because it was just easy and it sort of felt like a new start and all, it wasn't work.
Yeah.
And everyone was just cleaning glasses and screens. Then someone brought out an air canister to blow the air out from under the keyboard.
Oh,
Now they're just
goodness.
showing off.
It was like, honestly, it was like a rolling mall. Watching this thing coming out the back of the ruck as it came. It was just fantastic. The crud that was being blown out of keyboards, and
Yeah.
so I'm saying, if you want to really create the right vibe at work and be really, really known as like a team guy, a real team player, Just go and get one of those little cheap packs. Literally, the disposable glasses cloths, the air blower,
And the wipes.
and the screen wipes.
Yeah.
You'll be a king.
No, literally, I felt like the most popular guy in there. And none of that crap was even mine.
Radio X. Johnny Vaughan.
That's the Smiths. Big Mouth strikes again.
Knew that was coming.
Yeah, absolutely right. Fun enough, I was doing some karaoke the other night, and I did Whole Lot of Rosie by AC/DC, but in the style of Morrissey.
Really?
It was really good. Whole lot of Rosie. Anyway,
It's coming up to 18, 18, 18.
It's the big moment. We're going to have 18, 18, 18 on the clock in 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Welcome to 18, 18, 18. Wow! There's nothing like it, the rush, the buzz you get. I don't know, I first got into 18, 18, 18 and just saw it come up on the clock, like, you know, and you get addicted, like, to the numbers flashing, the symmetry, the weird unity of the three. Sorry.
Johnny Vaughan.
I went to see Star Wars over Christmas with the boy.
Did you enjoy it?
Yeah, I did enjoy it. I had one of the biggest laughing fits I've had in the cinema. You know, obviously, this just doesn't spoil the film, but there is like a Vader character in it, right?
Yeah.
It was excellent. Excellent film, by the way. Proper Star Wars film, isn't it? Proper Star Wars film. It's got some moments that really take you back, and you just, you'll know all the hype anyway. Yeah, I'll giving you all the latest Star Wars. But when his mask is taken off, you get the unmasking bit, and that's not ruining anything. That does happen.
Yeah.
My son just leant across and said, "Imagine it was Eddie Murphy." He just went, It made me laugh so much as that who could be under the mask? Because obviously they've got that voice that's very. Why are you doing this? Get rid of everybody. You know, one of those sort of kind of computery voices. But once it's taken off, it's just a normal voice. Actually, the guy in question, I thought it was a young Gary Davis from Radio 1. Yeah, it looked like him, didn't it? Amazing, it was Gary Davis.
Yeah.
They'd chosen him to be the face of Vader. Hi, Gary. Anyway, I was just thinking, who could be funnier than Eddie Murphy under there? I mean, obviously Gary Busey strings to mind. Gary Busey's pretty well the jackpot. If it had been Chris Kamara, that would have been awesome. If he turned around and goes, "I didn't see it, Jeff." If he just looked like that. What? Someone's head's off. I didn't see it, Jeff. That'd be awesome. Anyway, at the moment, as usual, the bar is set to Chris Kamara. Where we always set the bar.
Actually, I've got to give your son props. Eddie Murphy's pretty good.
Eddie Murphy's pretty good.
Takes some beating.
It really does, doesn't it?
Donald Trump would be good.
That'd be awesome.
These hair all fly away from wearing the helmet.
That'd be great. Bieber.
Yeah,
just Justin Bieber. Would be fantastic.
Katie Hopkins
would be phenomenal underneath there. You see what fun you can have playing the Star Wars game?
Well, we've had a nomination here from Carl.
Go on.
Chris Akabusi.
That would be awesome. Recommending the PMA, Positive Metal Attitude.
That'd be great.
That'd be fantastic. Sunts, any suggestions?
Anthea Turner.
Yeah, that's good.
Be surreal.
Too easy.
Lawrence Llewellyn Bowen. With his hair all unfurling from the helmet.
All just unfurling, just shaking it out. Anyway, this is the fun you can have with the Star Wars reveal game. Anyway, at the moment, I'd say we're raising the bar. My son's Eddie Murphy's pretty good.
We've had Dot Cotton.
Man alive, that's funny. What if the new Vader's mask came off? It was Dot Cotton and smoking as well, or just Nick
or Debbie McGee.
The lovely Debbie McGee. But come on, Nick Cotton saying, "Sod off, Mum, lend us a fiver."
But Ma,
I need it.
Ma.
Anyway, Star Wars, hi Johnny and team. How about Eddie the Eagle? Complete respect, that's brilliant. That Jim Bowen.
Jim Bowen would
Jim
be
Bowen.
fantastic.
If it just came off and it just went, "Right, people and places, here you go." He just went, "Stay out the black and in the red, you don't get nothing this game for 2 in a bed." He just took it off and went, "In one! If you're every camping need, take a lightsaber along."
Use the Force.
Yeah, use the Force. If the unmasking happened and it was Basil Brush. And he's just under there and boom, boom. "Right, hello, Mr. Johnny." I was the last person to work with him ever, the old original Basil Brush guy. Yeah. I was the last person ever. He was, I'll tell you about it another time, but it was quite an experience.
Okay.
I like the idea of Alan Partridge as well. Just aha-ing.
Go on, Gav.
Aha!
Knowing me. yeah, what are they to Go on, Gav, you want to let rip.
What kind of a Jedi are you? Cheggers is a good one.
Lots of people saying Cheggers.
A lot of people saying Cheggers. A lot of people saying Ronnie Corbett or Ainsley Harriott.
Yeah, that's good.
Ainsley Harriott would be excellent.
Louis Spence would be very good.
Very, very good. Do you know what? Now, I mean, Sid James, we've had Sid James laughing. Go on, Gav, what else you got on there?
Ozzy Osbourne.
Oh, that'd be a front.
Do you know what, Ozzy Osbourne, anytime I want cheering up, there is just that line when he was just in the first series of the Osbournes, and he's just going, I'm an alcoholic of taking loads of substances and I look not me best and me got problems with me head and that. And my brain's just bad and stuff. And I'm an alcoholic. If you can't say it, that's a real sign, right?
Yeah.
And he's gone, and I'm battered in the years, been bad to us, and sometimes I don't know who I am, and I get muddled and stuff, and laughs a bit myself. But every day I can look in that mirror and think, thank I'm not Sting. It's too good.
Radio X.
Okay, do you love? I've got to get straight away. I've got to go in with this. Do you love a Tunnock's tea cake?
Yeah, who doesn't?
Yeah, I do as well. There are some things that should be beyond politics, and I think the Tunnock's tea cake is one of them. Let me just read you this. It's the cake fight that's grown into a full-blown political rout. Tunnock's, the Lanarkshire confectioner. Blessed is Lanarkshire for having Tunnock's, because they also do the lovely caramel wafer bar as well. Imagine that. At a one little place, two world-changing snacks. Both snacks have got now the wrath of, have incurred the wrath of Scottish nationalists after the company described its most famous product as the Great British Tea Cake.
Right. Do you think Mary Berry was involved?
No, they're saying it should be the Great Scottish Tea Cake. Let's not get paid. This is. Do you know what? Some of the. I know I'm not belittling any nationalist views, but sometimes we're not divorced. It's not like we're carving up the CD collection here. That's mine. That's yours. That's Scottish. That's English. That's Scottish. That's. I don't know. It's a great British snack.
Is that because there is a potential great English and a potential great Welsh tea cake?
No, but if you ask me,
asking for some recognition in
I
there.
see what you're saying, son.
It could be a lobbying crisis.
No,
That's
what
right.
what it means here to me is that the Scots have won. They've won the Great British Tea Cake.
Right, I see.
Take it as a title. What do you want to be? Scottish champions or British champions? What do I want to be? An English champion or a British champion? I'm going with British champion every time.
Yeah.
Sorry to start ranting, but that Tunnock tea cake is a British champion.
Right.
If it wants to be a Scottish champion, I'm sure it holds the Scottish championship as well. But it also is the British
It's a
champion.
double winner that
It's
way.
a double winner. Tunnocks, don't be ashamed. Yeah, you're the British champions. Be proud of it.
Radio X. Johnny Vaughan.
Anyone notice over Christmas how the lighting outside people's houses definitely has escalated since last year?
It seems to get bigger every year, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's an Essex thing.
Is it?
Well, they lead the way, don't they? We follow.
Okay.
Essex, remember, it's like Britain's Hollywood.
They're the state of the art.
It's just better. Everything's better looking and more expensive there and decked.
True.
It's got a hot tub.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, I just noticed this year there's a lot more houses that have gone in for lighting. Why, I myself made a token gesture. It didn't look very good.
What did you do?
Did you do?
Well, on the bushes outside my house, I went for. Oh God, I shouldn't have told you this. Now. You want photographic evidence? Well, what's happened is I've put, the zigzaggy, but it looks. I wanted it to look random, but when you turn it on, it just looks like, for some reason, it just looks like someone's tried to spell mummy and it's gone wrong. Because it sort of zigzags. You get the sort of mur, and then there's another zigzag, then there's zigzag, but it's worked out. It looks like a distress call that says mummy when you turn the hedge on. So I've had to keep it off the last few days because people were sort of thinking it's like, the kids are a bit... But it's not. It is actually, it just worked out like that.
Right.
It wasn't a cry for help.
No, so I've turned half of it off now, so it just says me.
My.
The point is, I just hope, like with cards, things sort of got into there's the Valentine's Day. That's an old card, obviously. You get Father's Day, Mother's Day,
Yeah.
and so on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And St Patrick's Day. I just worry it's going to become another big one for the paper chase gang.
What, lights?
Lights, yeah. And you'll go back to your house and it'll be expected your husband's going to put, not your boyfriend's going to put a Valentine's light display up. Oh no! Look, somebody looks at me like,
Yeah,
cool.
That sounds
Yeah.
No, but you
awesome.
arrive back at your house. It's this like a tunnel of love, just sort of lighting up with love hearts and a massive arrow coming from
Yeah.
next door, thwacking through the house. Or you come back on St Patrick's Day, your house is green.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
press the doorbell and a giant tilting pint of Guinness appears
Yeah.
to pour itself down the chimney.
Yeah.
Actually, it doesn't sound bad.
Sounds
does it?
great. It
Sounds
sounds
all
like
right.
living on the Las Vegas Strip, to be honest.
Yeah, it does. It's just permanently. So I'm thinking, actually, my U-turn here is maybe just kit your house out just to be always lit up. In that case, just have a grid.
Yeah, just have like a dot matrix that
Yes,
you can select parts to
Yes, and you just
to
go
light
down
up.
inside and you go on your app and you go, this is what I want my house to look like. And we don't worry about what our houses look like anymore because you only come home at night.
That's
Most
true.
of us at work during the day.
You could make it look like you've got a bigger house.
Yes, much bigger house, yeah. You can make it like the Empire State Building.
If you were selling your house, you could get viewings only in the evening.
In the evening, and they go,
Mess with the dimensions.
it's not worth visiting the other 20 floors. That's right. You've got it lit up like a skyscraper, actually, on the bottom. A huge
Yes, it's got a Romeo and Juliet balcony. Yes.
just scaffolding that raises up at night, taking the lighting up there. It appears like a helicopter's landing on top of your house on the 40th floor. Yeah, you get that up there sometimes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Right, it's not going to happen. Anyway, well, let's hope that happens then.
I really hope it does.
I really do.
It's a winner.
Come on, guys, it worked for Christmas. Let's get more lights out there all times of year.
Radio
X.
You know the magazine, The Tatler, that vile thing?
Yeah.
I have never read it.
Well, it's the sort of place where they go, why, this year's must-have fashion accessory is a tag.
What, like an Asbo tag?
Yes.
Really?
Why, everybody's going to jail for fraud.
All the best it girls are wearing them.
Your guide to the best jails to be seen at. Just because one guy's been sent out for fraud or something. It's dreadful.
Right.
They just make everything gossipy. But it's quite ironic, so I find it irresistible when I'm in the dentist. And also, I just love the section at the back, which is just wealthy people laughing.
What do you mean? Pictures?
Just pictures. I'm laughing because
Parties.
I'm loaded. I've always tried to do that. Anyway, check this. Are you ready? This is Sophia Money Coots. That's her
She's
surname.
the editor of Socialist Worker.
She's the she is. Yeah, she's the editor of exactly right. Struggle. She's features director at Tatler.
She's kept the money bit of that
she's-
double-barreled
I know,
name.
the name's a bank. It's half bank, half cash. Okay. Sophia Money Coots, she says, when I was a child, I used to stay with my grandma in London as a treat. She lived in a flat in South Kensington, which I loved because we could walk to the Science Museum, push buttons, then walk back via a biscuit shop. I don't know what era this was. She looks about my age. She says, but listen to this phrasing here. But I didn't much love my grandmother's bedding situation. She didn't much love that.
No.
Because I used to lie hot and pinned down all night under a sheet, then a scratchy blanket, then a heavy lumpy eiderdown, the feathers of which used to poke out and prick my bare arms like needles.
Oh.
The Queen has switched to duvets.
Oh, is that
In
why?
Balmoral, yeah, away from the old sheet things. And one of the staffs apparently commented, they'll be putting chocolates on the pillows next.
What's wrong with a scratchy blanket?
But she's writing this article like duvets are new. She
Yeah.
says, these days, most of us have come round to the coziness and ease of a duvet.
Yeah, in 1981.
When are you writing, woman? It's 2016. I quote again. These days, most of us have come round to the coziness and ease of a duvet.
That means she knows someone that hasn't.
Wait, even those who might consider them down market. Who are these people? Well, there's people out there going, oh my God, they've got duvet. No, there is no one who's that snobbish. They can't be.
It can't be. Maybe the money coots.
God bless the money. God bless you, Sophia Money Coots, for keeping it alive. I've got to admit the duvets are more sensual and less restrictive, but they've got to be filled with the right stuff.
Oh, yes.
She finds them sensual and less restrictive, but she does point out the nice thing about duvets is a friend of hers was one friend, however, has a tale that proves why you must be very wary if you stay somewhere that still insists on normal eiderdowns. I climbed into bed, fought my way under the sheets and blankets, and I found a pair of someone else's knickers shoved right down at the bottom of the bed.
Oh, no.
She says the lovely thing about duvets is you can thoroughly inspect your bed. Yes, what a perk that is.
Radio X. Johnny Vaughan.
Random graffiti, seemingly meaningless. Random graffiti, why don't you send it in to us? Ba-ba-ba. See, we got the hang of it this week, didn't we?
We did, yeah.
Absolutely fantastic. First class ever all round, chaps. It all started when I saw the word lager written in New York-style large letters on a wall in Clapham Junction. Then you started sending in your examples of odd and often meaningless graffiti. Are you ready? Next to a doorbell on the boarded-up newsagent in Stoke were the words, "Ring 3 times and Paul Daniels will appear."
This is from Budgie in Haywood. This is on a bridge over a motorway near where he lives. It just says, "Stacey, I'm sorry, I miss you."
Oh, it's a little bit sad, actually.
On a bridge.
Oh. Yeah.
But do you think she drives past you? I mean, she must do things.
She must do, yeah.
I don't care. Every day, I don't care. Yeah, I hope you are sorry. Go on, Sunta. Dr. Sunta.
Kate sent this one on Twitter. Random graffiti spotted whilst visiting Durham University. Here's a potato for your effort. And then there's a picture of a potato.
That's a very good bit of graffiti.
That's good.
On a stag do in Hamburg, I went into a toilet cubicle. This isn't me relating a story. This is a text coming in.
Make sure it's readable.
Yeah. It had the words, "Give quiche a chance." Good, solid advice.
That's like give peas a chance on the
It is.
M25.
Yeah, it's very good. Also, I like the on a park wall in Adlington in Lancashire, someone has just graffitied, "This is an act of vandalism."
Oh, that's lovely.
It's just too good, isn't it?
Dan in Stockport sent us on a toilet door in Krakow in Poland were the immortal words, "Do you kiss your mom with that hair?"
With that hair.
It's so
genius.
random. That's very random.
Yeah, and also Pete has said on the pub garden wall. On the pub garden wall, his local pub, it says, "Bazza does the wild thing."
Oh, no.
This is Radio X.
That's The Killing Moon from Echo and the Bunnymen, and that goes out to Boron.
The element of...
It's number 5, and it's the stuff that makes silly putty soft yet bouncy.
So it's a silly element.
It's a very silly element, yeah. It's very silly. It's not as silly as bismuth,
No.
but I'll do that tomorrow.
Yeah.
That's coming up on tomorrow's show. Right now, though, Gav's holding out for a hero.
You're the best around. Nothing's gonna ever keep you down.
So we were talking earlier about Victorian Dad.
Did you just start a conversation like that? That's brilliant.
And this guy, that's who I thought of when I read this one.
Okay.
His name's Charles Seymour, the 6th Duke of Somerset. He was born in 1662.
Okay.
And he lived in...
Wait a second.
Yep.
1662.
And
That's
he
he's
lived-
lucky then, though, because I tell you what, he's just got through the plague there.
He did, yeah, luckily. And he lived to 1748. He was an aristocrat, obviously being the Duke of Somerset. And he had two qualities that were very like Victorian Dad. He disliked the lower classes a lot. He built houses at he's an anti-hero, obviously.
Right.
He built houses at intervals along the main roads between his various estates and London so that he would not be obliged to stay overnight in a public house.
That's very good. That's a good thing to do.
Clever.
Outriders preceded him on his travels to clear commoners from his path.
Oh, man.
And communication with his servants was necessary, but he avoided the intimacy of speech by inventing a sign language
Did he?
to command his servants.
Was this at a time, does it say, when the British aristocrats were mainly speaking French, of course?
Yeah, the 17th century, yeah.
Yeah, it would have been like in Russia. They just spoke French, didn't they?
That's
Yeah,
right. And anyway, his next quality that made him very much like Victoria was the way he treated his kids. His sense of superiority extended even to his own family. His daughter Charlotte was obliged to watch over father as he took his afternoon nap. One day she wandered off while he slept and he rolled onto the floor. He woke in a fury and ordered the whole household to ostracize her.
That's a brilliant thing to be able to do. And it was negligent.
No one thereafter was brave enough to mention her name or speak to her. And
How long for?
well, it doesn't say, but later he says she was written out of his will for sitting down in his presence.
He wrote his daughter out of a will.
He's
for
such a horrible man.
He sounds absolutely vile.
His
Go on.
first wife was Elizabeth Percy, heir to the wealth and titles of the Earldom of Northumberland.
Yeah, the Percys.
When his second wife, herself the daughter of the Earl of Nottingham,
Yeah.
tapped him gently with her fan to get his attention, she was instantly rebuked with, "Madam," he said, "my first Duchess was a Percy, and she never took such a liberty." This is his own wife.
She just tapped him with a fan to get his
And
attention.
he told her off.
He's a really, really unpleasant man.
He makes Victorian dad seem quite liberal, doesn't he?
He really does. He wrote his daughter out of his will because she didn't attend him while
No,
asleep.
she sat down in his
In his
presence.
Do you know what?
Charles Seymour.
Duke of Somerset. The Johnny Vaughan thing on Radio X between 4 and 7. Salute you! Okay, now I need a craze. I want it to turn into a full-blown hobby. 83936, you've been texting in. Thank you so much to everyone who has. Jim is one of them. We've got back to him, and Jim is now on the line there, I hope, to talk to us. Jim, hello.
How's it going? How are you
Not
doing?
too bad. Happy New Year, matey.
Happy New Year, Johnny, and all the crew.
Happy New Year.
Happy New
Happy New
Year,
Year, Jim. Jim, tell us about this craze. Tell us about this craze, then, Jim. Come on.
It all started approximately 12 months ago. A few of us, a few mates, we're all looking for something to do. We all used to race motocross. As our bodies are getting older, we can't take the punishment.
Yeah.
So we was like, let's, get remote control cars and have a bash, in fields, on car park.
Jim, why did you make the leap instantly to remote control cars? What was from motocross? I mean, that's an exciting, it's a petrol head thing. So
adrenaline, I don't really know. It's a massive difference, but it gives sort of the same pleasure. You get little engines, fuel, petrol ones.
Oh, it's not electric ones. They're proper fuely ones.
No.
Oh,
yeah,
brilliant.
proper the minuscule engines that do 40,000 RPM. Clutches, brakes.
Wow.
Awesome.
It's funny. Yeah,
Okay.
brilliant.
So you get the chance to. So I get the shed and I can take things apart and stuff.
Yeah.
Okay,
yeah.
fantastic.
You set the car up every race.
And what car have you got? What car have you got?
I drive a Hot Bodies D815 Ty Tessman edition. Ty Tessman's the world champion.
Okay. And how many? Do you have a grid and you all form up on the grid and do practice times?
Yeah, you do. You do practice first thing in the morning, and then you do qualifying heats throughout the day, and then that puts you in an overall position for your final at the end of the day.
And do you pick
the
right tyre?
Yeah, is there a lot of tyre talk? No, don't tell me that, Jim,
yeah.
please.
Yes, there is. Believe it or not, yeah, there is. A lot of the tracks all depends on what tyres you put on.
Okay, now where do you race? Where the tracks tend to be? What sort of tracks are they? They're not go-kart tracks, so what do you use?
No, they're purpose-built. Some are dirt, some are AstroTurf, some are indoors. Throughout the winter, you have little electric cars, 110 scale.
Okay.
So you do that, and then when the weather gets better.
I was in Westfield Shopping Centre a while ago, and I was one of the last people to leave there because I watched a film. I don't hang around shopping centres late at night. Yeah, right. But the point is, I did look at that car park, and I'd been go-karting the week before with my son, and I suddenly thought, this would be a great place to have late night...
Go-karting?
Go-karting, yeah. I suddenly thought, because everyone can park.
Yes.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's the good thing, is you all turn up and park downstairs, go up a level, and you can just lay out a really good track in there, because it's a really smooth surface.
In the shopping centre?
No, not in the shopping centre, in the multi-storey car park.
Wow.
Which is really nice.
Well, this is where it all started for us. Approximately 5 minutes down the road, there's a major chain supermarket, begin with a T. And,
you can say Tesco, it's all right. It's
Tesco,
fine.
yeah.
It's
BBC.
not the 70s on a BBC quiz show, Jim, but I love you. A well-known supermarket chain, John. Okay, I can't tell you what it is, as the boss doesn't like it. Go on.
Underground car park, raining outside, get the cars out. Park the car in the car park, and like you said.
Jim, is it very competitive?
Very, very competitive. You
Okay,
have
okay.
Children from the age of 7 up to 60. Men
Okay,
up to
children
60.
from 6 to 7. Okay, so here's the boxes. Okay, 1, so it's very competitive. 2, it involves me tinkering with things in a shed,
Yes.
Correct.
in a manner of speaking.
Yes,
Mechanical things.
Yeah.
What a man does it tinker with in his shed is his own bloody business. 3,
Exactly.
does it involve an after-race drinking scene?
Every time. Yeah.
Oh, Jim, will you marry me?
I'm all yours.
Okay, I'll speak to you later, matey. Take care.
Cheers,
Happy
Johnny,
New
take
Year.
care.
Johnny Vaughan. Radio X.
Radio X.
We can all be guilty of overeating during the winter. It seems that squirrels are no exception. Now, it's weird, this, because yesterday I've just noticed the squirrels in my garden now, yeah, if they see me, they couldn't give me.
No.
They literally couldn't. They just don't care. They used to scurry out of the way. And I suddenly thought, why? What did man ever do to you?
Well, yeah.
I mean, I know people used to eat them occasionally, like Elvis and stuff. But unless you're Elvis, looking hungry, I'm not really a threat. If I come out in a big white jumpsuit with a massive quiff and burners,
Yeah.
and like eagle motif,
Doing karate moves.
doing karate moves and going, Elsie, then I might be a threat.
Right.
But I'm not. So why do they just, even if you see them, like you say you're in you're sitting down, you're lying on a sofa and you look out the window on a nice sunny day.
Yeah.
You're lying on your sofa, you look outside, you look at the squirrel, you go out to the grass, it runs away.
Yes.
And you're thinking, what's that based on? Who are all these humans that run out of sitting rooms and just throttle squirrels?
Maybe they're immigrant squirrels from America, where
Well,
there's a lot of hunting.
Yeah, probably
and
are.
they know there are no guns here.
Yeah, yeah.
So they're really cocky.
Didn't they? It's always one of those things I look out for whenever there's a debate going on about like immigration and things like that. Whoever our enemy is at the time, you'll find it always in the papers. You'll get placed. Watch out for the new Chinese super wasp, the new European super wasp, which threatens to kill all our livestock. The new Dutch aphid,
The African
which will
death bee.
which will destroy. Yeah, exactly right. They always don't they? The Romanian death watch beetle, which threatens to destroy all wood ever and eat national monuments.
It lives on eyeballs.
Yes, exactly right. The Bulgarian gypsy fly. Anyway, we can all be guilty of overeating during the winter. It seems squirrels are no exception. Wildlife experts say that the unusually balmy temperatures mean more food has been available than usual, allowing creatures to fatten up. And have you noticed that squirrels are looking fatter?
I haven't noticed, no.
Well, there were 2 in my garden, and at first I thought normally they run. Not because I'm wearing a jumpsuit and going, oh, give me a squirrel. But because they just do. But they just couldn't be bothered.
Are they waddling now?
No, they just couldn't be asked. but there's a squirrel. It was on the fence, and it was the first time I've ever seen a squirrel and thought, God, that squirrel's got a big ass. It's got a massive buttocks. I mean, really big. It was weird. I thought it was good job it's not wearing jeans. I've ever seen like a massive. It's good job it's got a tail, so I get a butt crack. But it's a rare, big-arsed English squirrel. I don't know if you got any photos of large squirrel butt. Actually, no, don't. That's like a weird website and stuff, and I'll get into trouble. But anyway, squirrels are fat.
Radio X. Johnny Vaughan.
X.
I've been looking at Prince George today across all the newspapers, and I those who know me know I love my jacket. I love my warm jackets. I really do. I can't resist them.
You do like a jacket.
I'm
yes.
jacket weak.
How many do you own?
I don't lots. It's because I never had them as a kid.
You always had to do without.
Yeah, I had to do without. Yeah, and then I'd save up and get them, and now I can get jackets. But if you look at that jacket Prince George is wearing,
This is a picture of him on his first day
first
to
day at
nursery school.
Bless his heart.
With a tartan-lined hooded blue anorak.
With suede patches on the sleeve, and it's got like a quilted. It looks so comfy.
It does.
And I find myself increasingly, you know, when I take the dog for a walk and I'm out in the park with the kids, you sort of get a bit of toddler clothing envy. They just look so much comfier and warmer than everyone.
They're always ensconced, aren't they?
But also they can just do colours no one else can.
Yeah.
They can bust like a sort of purple cord. with like a sort of weird welly. It don't really matter, but it looks just kind
I'd
of
love
cool.
it if you dressed like a toddler. That would be brilliant.
But they just always look so comfy. I know I shouldn't be. Sometimes you pass baby, you know, there's a baby going along in a pram, you think, God, it looks comfy in there.
It really does.
I wish I could finish my dog walk in there.
Yeah.
And just tow me along. It just looks so. But he's got his little backpack as
I
well.
really admired his little backpack.
But I wonder what he's got in there. I mean, it's his
Oh, I
first day
reckon-
at school.
Brand new pencil case.
No, he won't need that.
Oh,
It's
no, he needs somewhere
Montessori.
to put his crayons.
No, it's Montessori. Basically, what Montessori is, they just let kids in a room, yeah, and whatever the kid does, they then just say to parents, "Yeah, we do this just to show how good it is to pour water everywhere."
Yeah.
That's essentially it.
Yes.
It's just chaos, and then whatever they do, you just
It's
say.
called the lesson that day.
You just say that's education, yeah. No, today we're just learning how to just tip pasta shapes all over the table.
Yeah. It's a good
Wow.
idea.
No, it's a really important lesson, and then you just make up why they're doing it afterwards. It's like a retrospective educational system. But anyway, he's off there now. But look at that little sign. Should I have got you one of those for Christmas? I'm just saying, should I do?
No, I prefer a duffel. Duffel coat.
Oh, you and a little duffler. Oh. I might get one of those woolly hats with ears on. as well.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
They're cute.
But little Si having a second toddlerdom. Oh, it'll be fantastic. But look at that jacket. Anyway, if you see the picture and you know where I can get one of those in an adult size, am I getting into odd turf here?
Not really. 'cause
Isn't this like a
quite
weird niche?
No, but it's quite a grown-up jacket. It's just scaled down, isn't it?
I tell you what, he looks noble in it.
It does.
Great jacket, Your Highness.
Johnny Vaughan. Radio X. Radio X.
The phonetic alphabet hasn't been changed since 1956. We thought it was time to get it updated, that alphabet. We really did. You got involved with your suggestions. The shortlist is now available online at radiox.co.uk. Sunta is in the... I always go to my ear here. Sunta, I believe, is in the voting centre. There are some that are locked in that can't be changed. Alpen, Cheesy, Dongle, Mango, Techno, Zorro. Sunta, what's the feeling like down there?
It's very exciting, Johnny. There's a lot of tension building over what could possibly be chosen as the new phonetic alphabet.
We're hearing a lot of action around the H's, Sunta. We've got hipster, hog roast, hashtag and hustler. Who's doing well there?
Well, when we look at the H's, for example, hipster, it's got around 18%, but it's hog roast who's out front currently with 37% of the vote.
Wow.
I was on, I think, Betfair and a load of those websites. Where's the betting going in the N characters? I know they're going heavily on nipple.
Nipple is very, very popular.
It's
at
well
the
fancied.
moment. Yeah.
It's odds on, I presume.
But it's up against Ninja, Nutter and Nacho. But currently with 42% of the vote, Nipple is very much in the lead.
I was looking earlier to see what the odds were on Yeehaw against Yowza in the Y category. It's nip and tuck between the two. We're being offered 7-4. That's going as low as... there's 7-4 on that. 4-1 you'll get at the moment on Yoda. Not really much betting on Yeehaw. What's the percentages there on Yeehaw on the Y section?
Yoda is out in front with 55. Yeehaw 22% of the vote, but it's all still to play for.
Okay, well, I know we've got someone coming on from Paddy Power a bit later who's going to tell us a little bit about how some of the bettings go there, because there's been some unusual patterns. I know, particularly in the S's, there's been some very unusual patterns coming in from Malaysia. Okay, there's a syndicate getting involved there. If you want to get involved, please go to radiox.co.uk, become part of history. Sunta is in the call centre this evening. Get your votes in now, and we will reveal the all-new phonetic alphabet. I know, it's unbelievable, isn't it? That's happening next week. Stay with us on the X.
Radio X. Johnny Vaughan.
You know this consumer electronics show in Las Vegas?
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, I was reading the top releases, the top things that have come out of it. It's like reading the Sultan of Brunei's Christmas list. First of all, this is some of the things that I was reading. I'm thinking, I haven't read about anything I've wanted for ages. You know, sometimes you get the magazines like stuff, and you think, want it. Oh, that'd be brilliant, and I never bother.
Yeah.
Well, the Casio Android Wear Watch, shock and waterproof. The smart outdoor watch can guide you with a built-in compass. That's not that exciting, right?
No.
What the hell are you doing? Oh, it's Tomorrow's World. Is that what it's called? It sounds like we're going hunting together, dressed in tights. Look, I went with little Si to the woods
We danced and frolicked.
with the pixies. A deer, sir! Kill it! Kill it fast! Run, Simon! Run! Run!
Run like the wind.
Run like the wind! Run like a young deer! There's a little sigh, his legs buckling underneath him like a newborn foal. I'd love to see that.
As you fire at him with your bow and arrow.
Now run, Simon, or I'll kill you!
As a cruel look
I'm
crossed
going
your
hunting
eye.
with Simon. What are you hunting? Simon!
Simon.
Why, Simon? Oh, that's much better, Si. You're really mixing it up there. Little Si there on the controls. Okay. It's not technology music, it's pathetic. It's meant to be all biddy bip 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 bip. That's better. Okay. Okay, Oculus Rift, this is Facebook's virtual reality headset. Comes with 2 free games, but you'll need a powerful PC to run it.
Okay.
Okay, that's at number 7. At number 8, from the Detroit Consumer Electronics Show. Sorry, it's from the Vegas Electronics Show. You ready? The Ombra Smart Bra.
What's that?
It's a smart bra. The Ombra tracks heart rate, respiratory rate, distance travelled and calories burned and can measure states of fatigue during training. Sunta, would you need a smart bra?
I'm not training that often, so probably
You
not.
don't do any sport at all, do you?
I would.
What would your smart bra say?
Nothing. 0.
I'll have what he's having. Get her a pint. We just have one that just has messages going across it. If you're at the bar, I'll have some nuts with that. Okay, we go. Let me go on. Okay, at number 5, the LG flexible display. This is genius, I think. Well done to LG for this. Have you seen this? This is conceived of this technology will replace paper. It's a roll-up flexible screen that can display images, text, and... Have you seen it?
What, so you've got like a...
Well, it's just like this. It's just like a piece of paper, but it goes into a screen, so you can just kind of put it in your pocket, bring it out. Sorry, I've just
It's-
demonstrated a piece of paper.
It's
to you.
like a
have.
tablet.
Very ably,
Like a flexi tablet.
and I think I was very impressive. No, it's like a piece of paper. But
What
you
if they replaced newspapers with that? Wouldn't that upset you?
No, nothing will replace newspapers.
Where do they put the battery?
Shut up. I'm going to give you the rest in the next section of the show, because I can tell you now, if you thought that the flexible display, the Ombra Smart Bra, the Oculus Rift, and the Casio Android Wear Watch were exciting, you wait for 1 to 4. That's coming the next hour. Oh yes. I can tell you now, there's some amazing things here. Oh my God, number 2 is incredible, and number 4 is brilliant.
There's some electronic music.
Oh, you're just an idiot.
No, that's the jackpot. Well done, little
Actually, can I just say something before we go into this new technology involving girls? He's an idiot. Listen to that. That's I said. Can I have some music for technology?
That's Kraftwerk's new tune. What are you on about?
Oh, that's all right then. Oh, as long as it's German. No, listen, it strikes me as the sort of thing you have on one of those games where I've got to get some weird thing to feed a dragon
Yeah, it does.
in a pink land.
It's like Manic Miner or something like that, I think.
No, collect the star. Pick up the star. Pick them up. Now you got to pick up the ring. No, that means you can get it. That's it. You can get in. Oh no, it's the castle shut.
Ran out of time.
Oh, there we go. Okay, all right, let's knock it off. Sorry. I've got. This is my top 4 releases. Remember, where we last finished was this new LG flexible display, which I think is genius. It's just like it's just like a sheet of plastic unrolls your TV screen right
Yep.
there. Bang. I think it's been very good to use with your iPhone. You see everyone squinting at little screens.
Yeah.
And that'll just obviously be, that's it. You know, you've now got the big screen there, so wave goodbye to tellies. Okay, then we've got the Sphero Force Band. If you're having your own BB-8 droid, that's a droid they picture here from Star Wars, wasn't it? If having your own BB-8 droid from Star Wars wasn't enough, now you can control it using the Force, or more precisely, hand gestures and the Force Band wrist strap. So you got a droid, you got a wrist strap, it'll
Wicked.
move it. That's great.
Oh, that sounds good, yeah.
It really does. Now we've got the Sensor Wake. This is a smell-based alarm clock which diffuses scents into the air to wake you from your slumber. Oh, God. You can have coffee, mint, or fresh grass. Or, get this, the smell of money.
No.
Oh, what, to wake you up?
Yeah, I like to wake up with the smell of money.
Oh.
Always, every morning round my way, wake up with, I want to smell of money round me, don't I?
But would it work,
Money.
though? You need something a bit more serious, like the smell of fire.
Yes, yes. Licking. The smell of burning duvet. They've calculated. Yeah, right. Smell of singed cat. Yeah, right. Sorry to didn't mean that. The cat! Okay, here we go. The 9-bot Segway Part personal transporter, part robot companion, the 9-bot Segway can follow you around and recognise voice commands, ride it into work, press a button, and you have a robotic butler to do your bidding.
Oh, nice.
How about that?
Nice.
Well, you've already got Little Si. You don't need one of those.
He's useless. And I'm now looking to replace Little Si with a 9-bot Segway. But what is number one? It is, of course, it's a drone for one person.
Yeah.
You can fly for up to 23 miles. It will go up to 11,000 feet in the air
With no pilot.
with no pilot at all.
And who's going first?
No, you just use your app will fly it. You just go on the app. You just put in your destination. It goes up, along. You don't have to do anything. It's even got aircon.
Is there a steering wheel?
So I don't think you need it that height.
Is there a steering wheel in case the Wi-Fi breaks down?
Nope. yeah. These are very important things.
If the Bluetooth fails.
Imagine, it's bad enough looking at your petrol, when your petrol's going down, but when your signal strength's starting to go, it's just, please keep 1 bar! Just 1 bar!
Johnny Vaughan. Radio X. Radio X.
There you go. I think that Fat Squirrels item really made that one. Mm-hmm. Wasn't a lot from Friday's show, was there?
No.
Luckily for Big Si.
Yeah, lucky for Big Si there. Big Si was nervous about that. But I think he was happy.
Yeah.
I think he was happy. Did he smile at you?
A little right.
He smiled at me a bit. But I would say gingerly.
Yeah. He smiled at me, but then he said some bad things about everyone else.
Did he?
Yeah.
What did he say?
Oh, I can't say.
We'll talk about it off mic.
Johnny Vaughan.